In the quiet suburb of Pleasant Ridge, a sinister scam disrupted the peace of a Saturday morning when two men, masquerading as HOA enforcement officers, targeted homeowner Hannah. Dressed in tactical black uniforms with HOA enforcement unit stitched on their shirts, they arrived in an unmarked black SUV with no license plates, a glaring red flag. Claiming Hannah's flower bed violated a fabricated ordinance, B-1722, they demanded she sign a fake citation, using intimidation to extort compliance. Their clipboards bore no legitimate HOA logos, and their vague titles like Regional Compliance Task Force screamed fraud. This was no isolated incident, but part of a multi-state HOA scam ring preying on upper-middle-class neighborhoods across the U.S. These imposters exploited homeowners' trust in community systems, threatening fines or property liens to extract money. When Hannah calmly refuted their claims, citing prior approval from the real HOA board, the scammers grew aggressive, escalating to physical contact by grabbing her wrist. This bold move triggered a swift response from her husband, a retired SWAT commander, who detained them until police arrived. The incident, captured on a porch camera, exposed their fake IDs and unregistered vehicle, linking them to a broader criminal network. For Americans aged 18 to 50, this story highlights the vulnerability of suburban sanctuaries and the need to verify authority. The Pleasant Ridge confrontation, which went viral with 10 million TikTok views, underscores how scammers manipulate trust, but also how vigilance and evidence can dismantle their schemes, protecting communities from fraud. In the serene suburb of Pleasant Ridge, a seemingly routine Saturday morning turned tense when two imposters posing as HOA enforcement officers confronted homeowner Hannah over a fabricated lawn violation. Their intimidating presence, marked by tactical uniforms and a fake citation for a flower bed supposedly breaching Ordinance B-1722, took a dangerous turn when one of them physically grabbed Hannah's wrist. Initially, the contact seemed minor, a tap on her shoulder as he pointed to his fraudulent clipboard. But when Hannah resisted, firmly stating, "Don't touch me," the taller imposter tightened his grip, sliding his hand to her wrist and refusing to let go, despite her sharp cry of pain. This act of assault, executed in broad daylight on her own front yard, crossed a critical boundary, transforming a scam into a personal violation. Hannah's husband, a retired SWAT commander with 20 years of experience, 15 as a SWAT operative and 5 as a field commander, witnessed the incident from the porch. The moment his wife cried out, his instincts kicked in, fueled by both professional training and personal fury. Dropping his coffee mug, which shattered on the concrete, he closed the distance in seconds, using precise force to subdue the aggressor. This escalation highlighted the audacity of the scammers, who operated as part of a multi-state HOA fraud ring targeting suburban neighborhoods. For Americans aged 18 to 50, this incident, later viral with 10 million TikTok views, serves as a stark reminder of the risks posed by imposters who exploit trust and the importance of standing firm against intimidation. The commander's swift response not only protected his wife, but exposed a criminal network, reinforcing the need for vigilance in safeguarding one's home. In the tranquil suburb of Pleasant Ridge, a Saturday morning turned chaotic when two imposters posing as HOA enforcers assaulted homeowner Hannah by grabbing her wrist over a fake lawn citation. Her husband, a retired SWAT commander with 20 years of experience, 15 as a SWAT operative and 5 as a field commander, sprang into action with the precision of a seasoned warrior. As Hannah's sharp cry of pain echoed, his coffee mug shattered on the porch, and instinct took over. Covering the 30-foot distance in 7 strides, he subdued the taller aggressor with a swift elbow to the shoulder, twisting his wrist and pinning him face down on the lawn with a knee to his spine. The second imposter, stunned, faced the commander's calm yet commanding order to kneel, backed by the authority honed in high-stakes SWAT raids. Using his secure radio, a relic from his command days, he called for backup, declaring a Code 604 for impersonation and assault. Within 4 minutes, police arrived, finding the scene under control, a testament to his ability to neutralize threats without escalation. This decisive response, captured on a porch camera that later fueled a viral TikTok with 10 million views, exposed the scammers as part of a multi-state HOA fraud ring. For Americans aged 18 to 50, this story underscores the power of preparedness and the courage to protect one's home. The commander's actions not only safeguarded his wife, but also sent a clear message. Those who prey on suburban peace will face unyielding resistance when they cross the wrong fence. In the peaceful suburb of Pleasant Ridge, a retired SWAT commander's confrontation with two fake HOA enforcers revealed the power of community vigilance and evidence in dismantling a criminal scam. As the commander subdued the imposters who had assaulted his wife, Hannah, over a fabricated lawn violation, neighbors played a crucial role by documenting the incident. Across the street, a woman filmed from behind her garden hedge, while Mr. Keller, a nearby resident, captured footage on his tablet. A kid leaning out a window recorded the scene on a cell phone, and the commander's own porch camera recorded clear evidence of the scammers' actions, including their attempt to intimidate Hannah with a fake citation for a flower bed supposedly breaching Ordinance B 1722. This collective recording effort, combined with the commander's secure radio call to police, provided undeniable proof that the men were part of a multi-state HOA scam ring targeting upper-middle-class neighborhoods. The footage showed their unmarked SUV with no plates, fake uniforms, and a prop clipboard with no legal codes, exposing their fraudulent operation. When police arrived within 4 minutes, the commander's detailed report, backed by the radio transcript and video evidence, enabled officers to link the imposters to a broader network, extorting residents with threats of fines and liens. The community's role extended beyond filming. Neighbors supported Hannah, bringing her water as she sat shaken but resilient on the porch steps. For Americans aged 18 to 50, this incident, which later went viral with 10 million TikTok views under hashtags like #FakeHoJustice, underscores the importance of staying alert and documenting suspicious activity. The Pleasant Ridge story shows that a united community, armed with smartphones and security cameras, can turn the tables on scammers. By providing critical evidence, neighbors help secure justice, proving that in the fight against fraud, witnesses and proof are as powerful as force, protecting suburban homes from those who exploit trust. In the quiet suburb of Pleasant Ridge, a retired SWAT commander's decisive action against two imposters posing as HOA enforcers not only protected his wife, Hannah, but also exposed a sophisticated criminal operation. The scammers, who assaulted Hannah over a fabricated flower bed violation, citing a fake Ordinance B 1722, arrived in an unmarked black SUV with no license plates, wearing tactical uniforms emblazoned with HOA Enforcement Unit. Their prop clipboard, lacking legitimate HOA logos or legal codes, and their vague claims of representing a regional compliance task force, were quickly identified as fraudulent by the commander. When police arrived within 4 minutes of his secure radio call, they confirmed the men carried fake IDs, drove an unregistered vehicle, and used a citation book that was merely a printed, sticker-covered prop. This unmasking revealed the imposters as part of a multi-state HOA scam ring targeting upper-middle-class neighborhoods across the U.S., extorting homeowners with threats of fines, property liens, or repossession. Typically, these scams avoided confrontation, relying on intimidation to collect money on the spot before vanishing. However, in Pleasant Ridge, the scammers' physical aggression, grabbing Hannah's wrist, escalated the encounter, meeting resistance from a commander trained for high-stakes situations. The incident, captured on a porch camera and neighbor-recorded footage, provided critical evidence that linked the men to a larger network. For Americans aged 18 to 50, this story, which exploded online with 10 million TikTok views under hashtags like Showdown, #FakeHoJustice, highlights the audacity of fraudsters who exploit community trust and the importance of scrutinizing supposed authority. The commander's insistence on seeing credentials and his swift takedown underscored that fake badges and Velcro patches hold no power against vigilance. By exposing the scam's mechanics, fake uniforms, unregistered vehicles, and baseless threats, the Pleasant Ridge confrontation empowered homeowners to question suspicious visitors, reinforcing that suburban peace depends on collective awareness and unyielding resistance to deception. In Pleasant Ridge, a retired SWAT commander's confrontation with two fake HOA enforcers who assaulted his wife, Hannah, over a fabricated lawn violation reverberated far beyond their suburban street. The incident, sparked by the imposter's attempt to intimidate Hannah with a fake citation for a flower bed, breaching a non-existent Ordinance B 1722, was captured on the commander's porch camera and neighbors' phones, providing damning evidence of their fraud. The scammers, clad in tactical uniforms and driving an unmarked SUV with no plates, were exposed as part of a multi-state HOA scam ring, extorting homeowners with threats of fines and liens. The commander's swift takedown and police backup within 4 minutes led to their arrest, but the story's impact exploded online when his daughter's TikTok clip of the incident went viral, amassing 10 million views. Hashtags like "WannaShirm Fake Ho Justice" and "Don't Touch My Wife" trended, and media outlets dubbed him the Homefront Commander, inviting him onto morning shows. This viral phenomenon amplified the incident's significance, turning a local confrontation into a national wake-up call for Americans aged 18 to 50. The commander's porch camera footage and radio call transcript, submitted to police, were pivotal in a federal task force investigation that uncovered 27 fake HOA agents nationwide, revealing the scam's vast scope. For suburban homeowners, the story highlighted the power of individual action backed by technology, security cameras, and social media to combat fraud. The viral clip not only brought justice, but also empowered communities to scrutinize suspicious authority, resonating with those who value their homes as sanctuaries. The commander's focus remained on his wife's safety, but his evidence cracked open a digital trail that dismantled a criminal network, proving that one person's stand in a 30-foot front yard could spark a movement. This saga, blending suburban vigilance with viral momentum, showed that exposing scams requires both courage and collective awareness. In the idyllic suburb of Pleasant Ridge, a retired SWAT commander's confrontation with two fake HOA enforcers who assaulted his wife, Hannah, struck a deep chord with American values of protecting home and family. The scammers, posing as enforcement officers in tactical uniforms, targeted Hannah over a fabricated flower bed violation, escalating to physical aggression by grabbing her wrist. This violation, on their own front yard, ignited the commander's fury, rooted in his 20-year career, 15 in SWAT and 5 as a field commander, where safeguarding others was paramount. His swift takedown of the imposters, captured on a porch camera, exposed their fake IDs and ties to a multi-state HOA scam ring, but it was the personal stakes that resonated most. For Americans aged 18 to 50, this story, which went viral with 10 million TikTok views under the hashtag #FakeHoJustice, reflects the cultural sanctity of the home as a safe haven. The commander's rage was not just about fraud, but the violation of his wife's security in a space meant for peace, where she tended petunias and he sipped coffee. This incident, amplified by neighbors' footage in a federal investigation uncovering 27 fake agents, served as a wake-up call about blindly trusting authority. It resonated with homeowners who see their 30-foot lawns as extensions of family, where intrusions are personal betrayals. The commander's stand, driven by love and duty, mirrored a broader American ethos: defend what's yours, question imposters, and protect the suburban dream. His story empowered communities to stay vigilant, reinforcing that true authority earns trust, not demands it, and that home is worth fighting for. In Pleasant Ridge, a retired SWAT commander's stand against two fake HOA enforcers who assaulted his wife, Hannah, over a fabricated lawn violation left a lasting lesson in vigilance for American homeowners. The imposters, dressed in tactical uniforms and wielding a fake citation for a flower bed breaching a non-existent Ordinance B 1722, were exposed as part of a multi-state scam ring when the commander subdued them, leveraging his 20 years of SWAT experience. The incident, captured on a porch camera and neighbor footage, went viral with 10 million TikTok views under the hashtag #FakeHoAJustice, amplifying its impact for Americans aged 18 to 50. After the scammer's arrest, the commander rebuilt the fence they breached but left a crooked section marked with black paint, a deliberate reminder that, The war for peace never ends. This act symbolized the enduring need to protect the suburban sanctuary where Hannah tended petunias and neighbors rallied with smartphones to document the fraud. The commander's evidence helped uncover 27 fake HOA agents nationwide, reinforcing that suburban peace hinges on questioning authority and verifying credentials. For homeowners, the story reflects a cultural mindset of resilience, where the 30-foot front yard is a battleground for family and security. The crooked fence stands as a warning against complacency, urging communities to stay alert to imposters who exploit trust with fake badges in unregistered SUVs. This saga, blending personal courage with collective action, empowers Americans to safeguard their homes, proving that vigilance is not just a choice, but a necessity in preserving the suburban dream from those who would shatter it. The Pleasant Ridge incident, where a retired SWAT commander confronted fake HOA enforcers who assaulted his wife, offers profound lessons for Americans aged 18 to 50. First, always verify authority. Demand IDs and contact your HOA to confirm legitimacy, as scammers exploit trust with fake badges and vague threats. Second, document everything. Use smartphones or security cameras to record suspicious encounters, as footage can expose fraud and secure justice, like the commander's porch camera did. Third, stay calm but firm. Resist intimidation without escalating physically unless trained, and call police if threats persist. Fourth, community matters. Neighbors' recordings and support turned a personal stand into a collective victory, dismantling a multi-state scam ring. Finally, protect your home as a sanctuary. The commander's crooked fence reminds us that peace requires vigilance. In daily life, apply these by questioning unsolicited visitors, installing cameras, and building neighborly networks. Whether it's a 30-foot yard or a city apartment, your home deserves defense. Stay sharp, record evidence, and lean on community to ensure safety, proving that resilience and awareness can outmatch any imposter's scheme.